Nistuff.
Hey, what's up? So, the Dinobots are all pretty cool, right? You got Grimlock, Chopperface, the Triceratops, Petrie, the Stegosaurus, and Sludge. They're all pretty good in their own way, but Sludge is like the long neck of the group and thus should be the biggest and the longest, right? So, let's cut right to the chase. I got a handful of Sludge. You guys are here to see it. So here we go. First up, the one that's not Sludge. So yeah, he's a third-party vinyl figure, which in themselves is pretty rare. But he's also a recreation of that one Dino King member, the Ryrie shell. The original toy looked like this. We've come a long way, right? This figure's entirely rotocast vinyl and is easily the biggest long neck we're looking at today. He's got neck and tail articulation and a secret back flap, which is pretty good. He's got some leg room up here for someone to climb aboard and just like get a free dino ride. I usually put Oilmaster up here, on the shelf. They look pretty good together, right? Anyway, here he is with some other figures, and yeah, onto the actual Sludge puppies, right? Next up, the Studio Series one. So prepare yourself for a tale of woe and misery. I'm at Target. I see a Studio Series Sludge, who I previously passed on from Amazon, but seeing it in person, I thought, why not? So I picked him up and I noticed the tape seems a bit off. Like someone opened him and returned something else instead. So then I checked the bottom of the box and it's all dented and beat up. And I start to think, have I ever seen any of the other Dinobots at Target before? This has to be a return swap job, right? So I take it to the scanner and I see how much it is and it says the price, but also it says none in stock. At this point, I'm pretty suspicious, but I think to myself, who cares, right? If it is a return swap job, I'll just return it saying it was broken, right? Nothing to worry about. It's Target. So I finish the shop and I get to the car and check him out, and he's fine. Or so I thought. So I get home and I do the spin arounds, I open him up, and he's the floppiest thing I've ever seen. So floppy, in fact, that he's missing a screw. Like right on his leg, right on his hip. Like, come on, man, what the hell, right? So I borrow a screw from Mozart, and he's good as new, right? Well, the screwless leg's fine, but he's still a floppy mess, Anyway, here he is, the big boy himself. What a journey, right? So he's mostly fine. His back-mounted dino flaps do suck. Like, they fell off before I could even finish cutting his packaging strings. It's crazy. His blaster comes packaged in another one of those patented Hasbro paper satchels. So, keep that in mind when you're unboxing yours. Because, it's a pretty neat weapon. You don't want to throw it away, right? His head sculpt's pretty good. He's got a nice neutral pout going on. His red, silver, black, and golds are pretty sweet too. Autobot logo front and center. His articulation's all real good, but loose as hell, Grimlock was such a great figure. How could the quality drop so much since then? I mean, it could just be mine, but that would be the most unlucky thing to happen in a string of unlucky things. I don't know. Anyway, good thing the dino mode looks kind of amazing, right? Look at him. Holy shit. I just want to take him everywhere with me. I mean, I can't because he's pretty big, but still, it's the thought that counts, right? His neck doesn't tab in super securely to dino mode, but it holds on enough that I'm not too worried about it untabbing itself, It makes this delicious soft click when you articulate it. He's got a little neck turn and an up and down. Mouth opens and closes, and he's got a little laser in there, just in case. The actual neck itself attaches in a pretty interesting way. It's like a slide-in cylinder. Love it. Anyway, here he is with some other figures, and here he is with the last one. It's not bad, right? Next up, the Combiner Wars one. This is the tiniest guy we're looking at today by far. Man, Combiner Wars was so amazing, but also pretty crappy, right? Remember this Grimlock figure? Ew, right? And this Sludge is more or less the same. Look at this neck articulation, It's both amazing, but also looks incredibly painful. His mouth opens, he's got amazing tampos, great outward movement on the dino legs, and a tail that only wags down. Poor guy, right? Robot mode's okay. It's not my ideal Sludge, but it does hit all the touchstones it needs to, right? I just kind of don't think the Dinobots should ever be face-to-face with Bumblebee, right? I mean, maybe Petrie, but none of the others, right? They're supposed to be big boys. He can also be an arm, a leg, and man, I'm so glad Combiner Wars is over. It's yeah, this guy can be a lot of things, but a good toy, it's just not one of them, Anyway, here he is with some other figures, and here he is with the last ones. Not too bad, right? But let's round out the herd with some illegal shit. Next up, the third-party ones. Well, what do we have here? A big dumb dinosaur with a fully articulated neck? That's awesome. But full disclosure, I'm not going to transform this guy, or this other guy. They feel so cheap and they make horrible creaks and cracks. And this one's mainly made out of swirly thin plastic, so I don't know. I don't really feel like breaking some of my third-party long necks on camera, right? Anyway, here's the neck articulation in motion. It's pretty good. He's got some light piping, opening jaws, big stumpy feet, and a fully static tail. This one's got a bit of diecast right here. It's pretty good. He's rocking those classic Dinobot colors, but for whatever reason, his gray swirly plastic is just like a dust magnet. I don't know. This guy's just been done up in the Shattered Glass Grimlock colors, and, you know, it's fine. It's basically just Trypticon. Here they are with some other figures, and here they are with the last few sludgy boys. It's pretty good, right? The herd is fully assembled and ready to go find some tree stars, or whatever it is long necks do for fun. I don't know. And that's it. That's all of them I got. Sludges. They're pretty great. I mean, they're not something I would go out of my way to get, but it is nice to see a different selection of long neck Transformers from over the years, right? Long may the long necks reign. But that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, Instagram, Twitter. You know what to do. All right. Bye. A twill that only wags, a tail, okay. But you know, it is nice to see a different selection of long neck Transformers from the film. I have to go to the bathroom very badly.